Hello, I am Arwingaren64. Hi, Arwingaren64. And I would like to admit to you guys today that I am a Gen Oner. I'm sorry. I know that you're immediately going to apply your prejudice towards that. In all seriousness though, I do consider myself a Gen Oner. But before your judgment, I don't consider myself a Gen Oner in that term that immediately everybody seems to associate it with, or that meaning. Anytime they hear the term, they immediately apply just a forefront of negativity towards that, and it doesn't have to be that way. I am not that type of Gen Oner, so just hear me out, please. Yes, I do favor the first generation of Pokemon more so than the others. Not that the others are bad. In fact, I can acknowledge that each game gets a little better. The new generation Pokemon games are clearly, in many ways, much better than the first generation. For example, better graphics, it's 3D now, a wider array of Pokemon, new legendaries, better graphics, better features. The list goes on. Like, I acknowledge that. I'm not delusional to the point where I'm like, yeah, the old games, they just don't make them like they used to. It's not that. What a lot of the people who get mad at or accuse or chastise Gen Oners for, they don't seem to understand that the older you get, you have a tendency to reminisce. You have a tendency to look back at times when you had a good time as a child or whatever, and you just hold those close to your heart. And whenever you get older, you'll understand that. Most people from my generation do understand that, and that's why we favored the Generation 1 Pokemon, because the gaming experience, this is what I will say, the gaming experience of Generation 1 was better than the current Pokemon games, and here's why. Whenever you completed, let's say for example, Pokemon Blue, okay? It took, you had to do it legitimately. Like, you had to grind, you had to go through the painstaking experience that it was to beat the Elite Four, and then find out that fucking Lance, you still have to fight fucking Lance? Dude, fuck that guy, and his Dragonite. I love the Dragonite, but fuck Lance. And to collect all of the Pokemon, holy shit, you had to have a friend with the opposite version of what you had, or you had to buy both versions. I had both versions, but that's, you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you had to do it as it was meant to. But now, with increased technology and all of the access to that, now people just get on and create hacked Pokemon to fill out their Pokédex. And I don't do that. Generation 1 gaming was by far more genuine than Generation 6 gaming. So now current gamers, you know, they get on and complete their Pokédex by using the hacked Pokemon that they created and then boast that they've, you know, completed the whole Pokédex. I don't see how you can look at your Pokédex, see it as complete, and still feel satisfied as a gamer when it's just full, whenever you've completed it using hacked Pokemon. Like, that's not completing a game. That's not, I don't do it that way because, like, I wouldn't feel right about that. Like, I wouldn't feel like I completed the game as a challenge. Like, it wasn't a challenge. I just hacked it. That's not gaming to me. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying you're wrong for doing it. If that's what completes it to you, fine. But I'm just saying that, like, for me, coming from the Generation 1, which is where I started, and coming up to Generation 6, I'm just sorry, like, I come from the generation where I felt it was a little more genuine. Now, I'm not trying to pass judgment here, like newer gamers, this is what they're growing up in, so they'll probably find, I guess, their experiences in this generation fond as well. Like, they'll fondly reminisce about these, and that's fine. Like, I'm saying nobody's wrong in this, but I just wanted to explain why I felt Generation 1 was better than the current generation on merits, not technicalities, because all of technicalities, the new games are by far way better, and I respect that, and I play them, but I play them genuinely. When I say I'm a Gen Oner, I'd take the merits of Gen 1 and apply them to the current generations. I think that that's the most respectable way to complete a game. I don't know what you guys think. How do you feel about that? Do you fill your Pokédex with hacks? Because I don't, and I just want to know, like, if you do you feel like you completed the game? Either which way, it's more of a discussion than it is some sort of accusation or anything. So just tell me what you think.